Hello from the people of the internet. I am Hyper Superstore, and things are changing around here in the next couple of months. Bear with me as I get the rhythm on that shit. But today we're doing Remembering Avatar, where I talk about the Avatar: The Last Airbender episodes completely from my memory. Then I watch the episode and see what I got wrong. Today we're tackling the Western Air Temple. Nerd architect and me are gonna go off here for a second. I love the design of the Western Air Temple, where it's buildings hanging off the side of a cliffside. Now, the original image that you may get in your head because of that, if you haven't watched the show, is like buildings near a cliff. Oh, I mean, cliff face. Buildings. They're hanging off the bottom of the cliff like a bat hangs off a tree branch. I love that, where the buildings are upside down, they're completely still usable. Now, I have to know how they built that shit. I know they have sky bisons, but still, buildings are worked with gravity in mind. How the fuck did gravity help build any of that shit is beyond me. Oh, airbenders, please tell me about your archaeological wisdom. Anyway, what happens in this episode? The gang go to the Western Air Temple, have a bit of fun while kind of distracting themselves from the crippling loss they suffered in the last two-parter. Then they finally sit Aang down and goes, alright, we need a new plan. Okay, what is the new plan? The new plan is the old plan. Get you to master all four elements, then beat the Fire Lord, aka kill him. Before the comet shows up. One problem. We don't have a firebending teacher. In strolls in Zuko, who followed them for the last episode, and is more than willing to help. And the gang are more than willing to dismiss and belittle. I think it's Katara's the first one to attack him. God, they fucking hate Zuko. It's justified, mind you, but from our point of view, we know that Zuko is trying to redeem himself. We know he wants to help. And to see the gang just pretty much go off, we want to fucking kill you. Kind of damn. Specifically Katara, she's the one who hates him the most. And Toph points out, and Appa also likes him since he freed Appa. Toph is the voice of reason here. Aang needs a firebending teacher, and one literally walked up on a goddamn silver platter. He was not lying. He wants to help us. No, we got past with this one. We hate him. Are you guys stupid? We're never going to get an opportunity like this. We can track down John John. Oh yeah, and how are you going to do that? Exactly. I'm going to go get Zuko. Does so. If we get to see him a little practicing of what he's trying to think would be good, trying to help himself up with what he thinks Uncle Iroh would say, and think, what would Azula tell them? Threat, vague insult, threat. Yeah, let's not do that. Toph sneaks up on him, because apparently she too has the Master of Stealth, and he accidentally burns her. And in comes one of the best pieces of dialogue in the entire show. And the other one that we're going to get to soon enough is also one of Zuko's lines. Why am I so bad at being good? It's almost like you haven't really trained for this at all. But yeah, he scorches Toph's feet. Yeah, that's a big no-no. She goes back and he gets help. Zuko burned you. Well, it was kind of an accident. But then Combustion Man. Combustion Man happens, Combustion Man tries to kill, and Zuko tries to save them. I won't pay you if you kill them. Fine, I'll pay you double if you don't. No. Combustion Man, no, this is personal. Does his pretty much all he can to try to save Aang and the gang. But ultimately it's up to Sokka and his trusty boomerang to win the day. Thunk! Yeah! Boomerang! Gets back up. Aw, Boomerang! Sulks back into cover. But that hit to the head along with many of Zuko's distractions and nearly falling to his death, causes Combustion Man to combust himself. Oh well. Interesting character, goodbye. Never forget about the arc with that bird. Anyway. They do decide to give Zuko a chance. Well, mostly. Zuko apologizing to Toph, often something he says, as a firebender, it's my responsibility to watch out for who I hurt. And Aang remembers back to the time where he burnt Katara because he was reckless with fire. And he figures, no, he gets it. He knows. I want to learn from him. Sokka is pretty much just like, alright, if you're cool with it, I'm cool with it. Katara still wants to kill him. Still wants to kill him. We'll get to it eventually, but damn does she still hate him. And threatens to kill him if he so much as says, harm a hair on Aang's bald head. Wait, how can I? Exactly. So yeah, Zuko, on episode 12 of the last season, finally joins Team Avatar. And yes, I am going to consider him a member of the gang. But there's probably a shit ton of shit I missed, so let's just watch the episode and see what I missed. I think I said missed too many times. Forgotten. That was a bad snap. Here's another one. That's better. Okay, so just got done watching the episode, and one crucial line of dialogue that I forgot to bring up was, hello, Zuko here. How could I forget that fucking amazing bullshit line? I love how fucking dumb and out of his element Zuko is in this. He's a fucking dork and I love it. We always get to see Aang running away from his problems again. Zuko is struggling between right and wrong. It's just like, I'm trying to do the right thing, but goddamn these knee-jerk reactions of throwing fire at people every time I do it. Thus leading to Toph's feet getting burned. Now, a little throwaway piece of dialogue that I would have thrown in is him touching his scar and saying, I know how to do some remedies with burns. But yeah, I mostly got this episode right. What about me? I did the boomerang thing. Also, when they're bringing up past episodes and how, what was the episode called? The Blue Spirit. Oh yeah, the one where we had to suck on frogs. I had a wart on the back of my throat for weeks. He said tongue flap. How the fuck does Sokka not know what a uvula is? He's Sokka. He's the smartest one in the group. He should know what it is. Either him or Toph. And Toph correcting him would have been funny. And again, the Toph thing of them showing up and her pointing out being the voice of reason. It's just like, Aang needs a firebending teacher. One's right there. Use him! Also, the gang shitting on Zuko this entire episode, it just made me feel like he's a goddamn kicked puppy. Just like, no, just let him join. He wants to help you. I understand. And he's made some shitty mistakes. Hey, but just because the puppy shit on the carpet doesn't mean that you need to get a goddamn big stick. And again, Katara is still wanting to kill him. That does not change until Southern Raiders. But the next episode is Firebending Master. Now, while this relates to future episodes, not this one specifically, I love how from this episode where people are apprehensive towards him for the most part, to near the end of the show where it's just like, he's gone nuts! That's because he's attacking Aang. He really does win them over, and it does take time to do it. So, I am looking forward to showing that off while it happens. But the Western Air Temple was a great episode. Mostly character stuff. There's only one big fight scene with Combustion Man where he finally dies. Also, I'd like to point out that thing where Katara makes a big waves that then rains icicle spears. She was going for the fucking throat. Zuko must have pissed her off royally this episode. Yeah, the Zutara thing almost happened, and that's probably why she's pissed. You mean I gotta fuck the 12-year-old? Now that I say that out loud, that does sound a little. But yeah, this episode is great. Zuko, admitting his mistakes, even ones that they didn't even know about. What was I thinking telling them that I sent an assassin after them? Why couldn't I just say there was Azula? They believe that. True. But you're not a very good liar, Zuko. Toph's there, so it's probably best that you told the truth. He doesn't know that, but hey, live and learn. Now, personally, my thing would have been is when Zuko burned Toph's feet, I would have had him grab her and rushed her back to Katara as fast as he could. Personally, that would have been my thing. Then they could have actually locked him up as a prisoner and then deciding what to do with him. Katara probably be on the camp of, let's just kill him! And he's just staying there. And Aang points out, you could probably break out of here whenever you wanted. Yeah, have them lock him up, and him just kind of sitting there. Aang points out, you could just leave. And Zuko pointed out, well, I don't want to. I want to help you guys as best as I can. And if this is the best way I can do it, then here is what I'll be. Then have the Combustion Man attack, frees himself to go stop him. Yeah, show that he has a moment to escape, but he chooses not to, instead choosing to help them. And all the other stuff that happens in this episode probably could have sold more to me that they're accepting of him. But again, everyone seems a bit apprehensive towards him. Like when they decide to let him join the group, they all just kind of walk away from him. Just like, yeah, welcome to the group. Shun. Seeing Zuko try to struggle to be a good person this episode, trying to redeem himself and get forgiveness out of these people who just fucking hate him. It's like watching somebody kick a puppy. It's just like, fucking stop that. It makes me hate the gang, minus Zuko, and maybe Toph, more. And I didn't hate them before, so they kind of have to redeem themselves in my eyes by actually letting Zuko help them. Now, I can understand why they're fucking mad. And he did a lot of horrible things. But again, this is where me, the viewer, and them, the characters, don't align. Because I've seen Zuko's struggles. And I see that he wants to do right by them. And they don't. So the real struggle is trying to convince them that he does want to do the right thing now. And so far, showing that he has to be more careful with his fire, and pretty much facing certain death against Combustion Man, does convince Aang that just give him a chance. Let's see what happens. But yeah, the Western Air Temple, great episode. Anyway, what do you guys think of the Western Air Temple? Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Leave a like on the video if you liked it. And subscribe for more Zuko. Love this dork. And don't forget to hit that little notification bell to see when I upload all the time. Until next time, Hyper Super Sora. Sayonara.